Monday, 6 in the morning. The alarm rings and you drag yourself out of bed. You're going to spend over 40 hours this week working nonstop. And we were taught that this is the pinnacle of human progress. We believe that technology and agriculture saved us from a life of misery and starvation. But what if I told you that we fell for the biggest scam in history? The shocking truth is that civilization didn't give us more free time. Our ancestors, the hunter-gatherers, worked less than you and were much healthier. Studies prove that before agriculture, humanity worked only 15 hours a week. 15 hours a week, enough to secure food for the entire tribe. The rest of the time, they spent playing with their children, creating art, and talking. How did we go from 15 hours of peaceful work to 40 hours of pure stress? The blame lies with an event called the Agricultural Revolution, which happened 10,000 years ago. It all started when we decided to stop wandering and plant a wild grass. Wheat. History books say that humans domesticated wheat, but modern historians point out the exact opposite. It was wheat that domesticated humans. Think about it. Wheat demanded that humans clear rocky soil under the blazing sun. Wheat was thirsty, so humans spent the day carrying water from the river. Wheat needed protection, so we built giant fences and walls. The human body didn't evolve to do this repetitive manual labor. Archaeologists find signs of arthritis, hernias, and wear and tear in the skeletons of early farms. Furthermore, we lost our peace of mind. For the first time, anxiety about the future emerged. If it rained too little or too much, the crops died and the whole village starved. Hunter-gatherers didn't have this fear. If food ran out, they simply walked to another forest. And by crowding into villages around these crops, we created a new enemy. Contagious diseases, living close to livestock and sewage created the first major epidemic. So, if agriculture was so bad in the beginning, why didn't we go back to the forest? Because agriculture produced more calories per square meter. The population exploded, and there is no way to feed 1,000 farmers with the resources of 10 hunters. The trap had closed. From then on, working hours only increased throughout history. In medieval feudalism, peasants worked from sunrise to sunset to pay taxes but the worst nightmare came at the end of the 18th century with the Industrial Revolution. The factory clock replaced the sun. People were locked in closed rooms. The work week jumped to 70 or 80 hours, terrible conditions. It was only in 1926 that Henry Ford popularized the weekend. He reduced the workday to 40 hours a week, which was considered a humanitarian miracle. We celebrate this as a great victory of modern society, but if you compare it to our original biology, we are still working 3 times as much. Today, the technology that promised to free us did the exact opposite. Your boss can find you anytime, anywhere through your smartphone. The chronic stress we feel today is not a psychological weakness. It's a system error. Biologically, you are a hunter-gatherer designed to move freely, but you are trapped in a concrete cage, staring at an illuminated screen for 8 hours a day. Does this mean modern civilization is garbage and we should live in caves? Of course not. Civilization gave us modern medicine, long life expectancy, and comfort, but we need to admit the cost of this comfort. We gave up our free time. The system convinced us to work hard to buy things we don't even need. For hunter-gatherers, wealth wasn't measured by how many possessions they accumulate. True wealth was having total control over their own time and their own life. In 10,000 years, we went from masters of our time to cogs in a productive machine. The 24/7 hustle culture is not a natural virtue. It's an invention of the industrial era. When you feel exhausted for not being productive all the time, remember your origin. Your brain needs breaks, idleness, and human connection to stay sane and creative. Don't feel guilty for wanting to rest. You are just obeying your true biology. We invented the 40-hour work week, and maybe in the future we can uninvent it. What is your opinion? Did technology free us or enslave us? Comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos debunking the myths of the modern world.